Hello. We have Mike the Snare ranking 2024 songs of the summer. I know this came out like 7,000 million days ago, but I don't care. I'm reacting to it anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Number 10 on this list isn't here because I hate it, I just don't have strong feelings about it. But I can respect the hustle. Teddy Swims' Lose Control entered the Billboard Hot 100 in August 2023 at 99. In March of this year, it topped the charts. We love a long game. Unless it's like Mario and Luigi Dream Team, because that game is never ending. Something else that can be never ending is addiction and the lifelong process to overcome it. Teddy Swims has spoken about how Lose Control is inspired by his own battles.
I hope when people listen to that song that they feel like there's somebody there that went through that.
No, I feel like you've been in the top 10 for way too long, buddy.
Thing, you know?
I've seen people talk about how this song has helped them with their recovery from addiction, and I think that's great. But I personally don't have that experience with addiction, so this song doesn't hit in that way for me. For me, Lose Control occupies the same space as like Black Pumas. Good musicians making solid retro soul music that elicits a polite, But if you're one of the people whom it's spoken to, cheers to you. The fact that this list is starting off with a song that I still like should show to you that pop music this summer has been pretty good.
Yeah,
I would say this is the best summer for pop music in years. New faces like Teddy Swims, old faces doing new things, new faces doing old things. It's a good time to be a fan of pop music. All of these songs deserve their accolades and their fans.
Need to get
but
rich
I will
and jacked.
Be making them fight each other for the sake of this list. I guess you could say these songs are all beautiful things. Yeah, that's what I said. Benson Boone is our newest white boy singer-songwriter, following in the steps of him and 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 Eminem. He first got recognition on American Idol. Sick flip dude, and after he left the show, he got scouted by Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons. His other singles before this leaned way more into piano ballads, but this one's got a rock kick to it, and I like that. Some people aren't huge fans of this one, though. Perhaps if I was more on TikTok, I'd be irritated by it, but I'm not because I value my mental well-being. Remember,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember hearing the song like too much on TikTok. Maybe it's because I'm in a certain part of TikTok that's just fucking brain rot and shit. Like, I'm not really like even like getting this song. Like, there are like some songs that obviously like are TikTok smash hits and you're gonna be hearing it everywhere. But I feel like Beautiful Things I haven't even really heard on TikTok that much.
Job is to get stuck in your head, and Benson going has burrowed into my head something fierce.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna turn down a
pretty
proper
catchy
dynamic build and release. Never. I'm also a sucker for songs that start one way but become something else, like how Beautiful Things begins in 4/4 but changes to 6/8 after the first pre-chorus.
As the man who stands to lose you.
Will Benson Boone be a long-lasting artist?
No.
I don't know, and I don't really care. I'm not a Warner Records shareholder, so his long-term viability does not impact my life. I'm a free man! For this next one, let's bring out the Hosey scale.
I'd rather take my whiskey.
Damn,
my coffee
it's pretty Hosey. In 2014, Hosier scored a number 2 hit with Take Me to Church. 10 years later, he came back on the charts with his first number 1. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Too sweet.
Good one.
I'm not leading into anything with that. It's just the name of the song. The song itself isn't sweet per se. It's probably the grimiest song of his to get this big. That bass line sounds like it was just dug out of the dirt. But it's contrasted so well by Hosier's voice and one hell of a chorus hook. Also, I want to pay special attention to that pre-chorus melody.
Not one drop of melanin in that crowd.
Octave harmonies, so nice.
Nothing wrong with that, but just putting that out a little bit.
Seeing Hosier be so playful with Too Sweet made me realize something. I missed fun in pop music. These songs make me
I missed fun too. Hey,
fun
some nights
spirit, I feel
and
like pop music is
We Are
fully
Young,
out
those songs
of the
are
COVID
bangers, bro.
You know what else is fun? Saying swear words.
I beg you don't embarrass me, motherfucker.
The way she says that, that's really fun. What a year Sabrina Carpenter has had,
Please,
right? From
please.
Nonsense to a song that will be somewhere else on this list, and now Please, 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 a song all about how
Shut up!
I mean it. I will end you.
It's the loveliest way to tell your boyfriend to stop the foolishness, especially with that modest country twang to it. I could almost see a remix with Dolly Parton on it. But honestly, the thing I like most about Please Times
so
3
sparkly.
is this.
I have a fun idea, babe. Maybe just stay in.
Did you hear that?
Really, please, please.
And it's gone. So that was a key change at the second verse from A major to C major, but it goes back to A major for the second chorus and stays there for the rest of the song. I don't think I've ever heard that in a pop song before. What makes it even cooler is how that second verse is a plea from Sabrina to the subject of the song, saying they could be happy if he just stayed in for once. Like, if the key change was done just because it sounded cool, then that's fine, but if that was done intentionally to link up with the lyrics, oh my god, that's one of the smartest things I've ever heard in a pop song. And before anybody comments it, yeah,
She's so
key changes even in the middle of songs.
I know, I say
aren't
this
that
all the
big of a
time. She's
deal
so
in
bad.
the
I don't
grand
care.
scope of music when you consider all of the more experimental genres, but right now we're talking about pop music. We're at a French restaurant right now. Don't be mad when the menu doesn't have quesadillas on it. Side note, did you know that there's a French bird dish that's been outlawed because the bird is nearly extinct? Billie Eilish, what do you think of this?
Birds of a feather.
We should stick together.
I agree. Those birds need to stay together for survival. Billie Eilish may
Do you
go
think
down
those
as this-
people?
I agree.
Do
Those-
you think these people back here, like, who are these people? Like, do you think they paid like them to just like be in the background, or are they just like extras, or do these people just not know that one of the biggest fucking selling artists of all time is like performing right behind them?
birds need to stay
I wonder.
together
I
for
wonder.
survival. Billie Eilish may go down as this decade's most consistently good songwriter. When the 2020s first started, I thought she was going to be a pioneer on the sonic frontier, but in reality, her eyes were on another prize. She's given us some of the decade's best pop songs, and with Birds of a Feather, I don't think this one's up there, but it's still good. I love the moments where her voice
Yes,
grows and really rises above the mix. It's such a contrast.
Bro,
to
she really
the
put Lunch
usual
as the
delivery.
lead
And the
single.
production is spacious and pillowy.
That
and
is
does
so
benefit from a
stupid. Like, looking
solid
back
percussive
now.
backbone.
That
It's
song's not
definitely
bad,
a
but-
highlight off her critically acclaimed album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, an album that I do not have the correct opinion about, so I'm keeping that close to the chest. You might be wondering what I'm basing this list off of in the first place. I'm basing it off the top 10 of Billboard's Song of the Summer's chart, a chart that I think is pretty accurate based on my own lived experience being in the discourse void. However, that does mean that there are naturally some songs that we are omitting, even though they were popular. So let's shout them out now. Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves, I Remember Everything. Future Metro Boom.
No. Wait.
So let's shout them out. Zach Bryan and
Do people think this is like a contender for like Song of the Summer? No. This isn't even, I don't even say this is like maybe top 40 of like that list, maybe, but like bro, if you think this is Song of the Summer 2024, what? Like what? This song came out a year ago. This is a song came around the same time that summer was happening. What?
Casey Musgraves, I Remember Everything. Future Metro
Okay,
Boomin
like
and
that,
Kendrick's
okay, I mean,
Like
I guess,
That,
yeah.
Taylor Swift and Post Malone's
Fortnite, if you think this song of the summer,
Billie
you're
Eilish's Lunch,
delusional. You think this song of the summer, you're
Chapel
delusional,
Roan's Good Luck
delusional.
Babe.
Okay, maybe.
This one specifically
Yes.
would be very high if it was in the top 10 on that Billboard chart. And like anything off Brat. I
No.
mentioned it earlier, but I'm not on TikTok
Maybe.
regularly
Nah.
these days. So while some of these songs may have been pegged as TikTok hits, for me, I'm coming in blind. I get to hear them as
Right.
God intended. To me, these songs are pure. They ain't never rep a set, baby.
Right.
Ain't
People on TikTok forget, like, bro, a lot of songs are big on there. Like, most people don't. Most people are not gonna know what that is because a lot of people are not using TikTok. Like I feel like, yeah, average Gen Z is like okay, like they're using TikTok, but like outside of that, I wouldn't really say average Gen Z and Gen Alpha is using TikTok. But like outside of that, no, I don't think really anyone. Like people are like listening to the like they're not gonna know what these songs are.
no
Like
wrong.
TikTok can really blow. It can really. How do I explain this? It can really like. It could delude your perspective on the popularity of a song. Cause like, oh, I hear that song on TikTok all the time, but it's not even in the Billboard Hot 100 right now. Like that's how TikTok can be at times.
Tommy Richmond may have blown up this summer off TikTok, though he would push back about that. But he's been working for nearly a decade. You know this dude's done opera? Don G, a Tommy Richmond over here. Point is, I know we're all sick of TikTok hits, but I don't think this is some random TikToker getting big. It's someone who has refined their style over years and is now seeing the fruits of their labor. Come on, that beat is gold. It's smooth, retro without feeling dated.
This is
Pulls
okay.
from old school hip hop, but gives it an R&B
Way too
spin
overplayed.
and adds a white boy falsetto on top.
You could complain about Tommy being a hip-hop culture vulture, and if that's you, I'll let you do that. I'll be honest, I don't know if I, as a have the authority to decide who is or isn't a
I don't
culture
care.
vulture, you know?
As I record this, Shaboozie's A Bar Song is the #1 hit in the US. This is the hardest one for me to talk about though, because there aren't specific reasons as to why I like it so much. It's more just the vibe.
Damn, look at all
the
those people. Oh
simplicity.
my
I'm sure if you
God.
broke it down, there'd be a lot of minute production details as there are in any modern pop song. For one, it's a clever interpolation of Tipsy by Jaquan.
Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Here comes the 3 to the 2 to the 1.
Yep,
The
yep,
lyrics
yep.
also touch on social and economic woes.
9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard?
In a way that I haven't heard lately. I've seen a lot of people say that recession pop is back, you know, the songs of the late 2000s and early 2010s, but these new synth pop bops are missing lyrics about how life is tough and the only way to escape is by throwing it back in the club. In that sense, despite its country
True.
sound, A Bar Song might be the real return of recession pop, but you won't be stuck analyzing it when you're listening. The total product is a bouncy, light song about coming together in a bar. Even the music video, or excuse me, the official visualizer, is just a one-shot of Shaboozie singing with people dancing in the background. It's simple, it's clean, it's Kingdom Barks.
I don't know if I've ever said this outright before, but I am a straight man.
What?
I'm so sorry to all the
No!
Instagram comments.
And it's deeper than just my sexual preference. I am a straight
This is
man
going
at
to
my
destroy,
core. I
like,
do
the
routine
universe.
trips to the Home Depot. I enjoy vacations on Cape Cod. I love telling people that I can deal with the heat, but what gets me is the humidity. And I can be a sucker for songs like this.
Hell, I have some help.
Post Malone's move to country has also gotten him some culture vulture allegations. Again, I don't think I can speak on that. All I'll say is that
I've heard some
I
people say that
probably
he's
care
been planning to
more
do
if
country
the
for a while.
songs were
Whatever, who
good.
cares? I don't care.
They have been good.
That posty rasp has been ready to sing about open dirt roads and long nights with a can of Bud Light. Man's wanted to do country for a while now. This is
That's
a
what I said.
documented fact. And has he not dabbled, if not drowned himself, in melancholy on past songs? An emotion that goes very well with country music? Post has a song called Rockstar, and it gave my dog depression, and I don't even have a dog. But this song still represents a stigma. The three-way vortex of Post Malone doing country, the long shadow Morgan Wallen casts on the internet, and the weird aversion pop-leaning spaces have towards country as a whole. But it turns out a song's value is not how much discourse it generates on Twitter, but how many people listen to and enjoy it. I enjoy I Had Some Help. I think Post and Morgan sound great on it. I think the chorus melody is an instant earworm,
Yeah.
since it does the same thing all pop songs do these days and stays on the supertonic. I like how it has 3 proper choruses. We've been losing the third chorus in pop songs in recent years, and between this and A Bar Song, I'd love to see it continue to make a comeback. Also, that guitar hook, you might kill me for saying this, but there is something very 2010s indie pop coded about it. It's giving Matt and Kim, Passion Pit, early MGMT, Sylvan Esso. Remember Coffee? Well, now there's... If we're talking stereotypical summer songs, this should have taken the top spot. Songs of the summer don't necessarily have to be summer songs, but it's good to dress for the job you want. If Nonsense is
True.
where Sabrina Carpenter as a pop star clicked for most people, Espresso is the proof that she and her team were able to lock the hell in. All she had was $7, a sample off Splice, and a dream. She's working late. 'Cause she's a singer. I like it when, in songs, the singer says something that doesn't make sense. It's a phenomenal way to get a song stuck in someone's head. Yes! Yes!
I don't know what that means, but yes.
Pop music, and music in general, does not have to be so serious all the time. What is pop music if not grand sweeping emotions realized through simple hooks and beats? It's nice when pop
Bro,
music
I'm
is
so
made
surprised how it's actually crazy because I feel like how it has Espresso not hit number one. That just kind of, I feel like every circumstance it had is just like everything was against it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Espresso was way bigger than some of these other
be
songs.
listened to,
And some of these other
over
songs
like an
just
ancient text.
hit
Also,
number
what
one, but
other
this one
song
didn't.
This summer had a gamer reference. Do you think Sabrina's played Pikmin 4? I don't mean that in like a gatekeeper capital G
Nah.
gamer way. I just
Feels more
genuinely
like
wonder if she's played Pikmin
Mario
4.
Kart.
That would be very cool. Or maybe she's played SteamWorld Dig. That's a fun one too, where you play as
Obligatory.
Here's a quick top 10 list of the best moments in this one song.
They in the street can hate me, fuck 'em all and they mama. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. Sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. I OVO. Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Wah, 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 wah. A minor.
I will not recount the story of how Not Like Us came to be because you already know it.
Yeah.
The beef it sprung from is the most seismic thing to happen in music in a while. This is like the big dance party at the end of a movie, and we've skipped past all the plot development. But it's so funny. Even after an entire saga revolving around genuinely serious allegations, Kendrick ends it by being fun. This is the most fun thing he's made in years, especially since he just came off Mr. Morale. Kendrick himself sounds great, but so does the beat, courtesy of DJ Mustard.
Of course, Mustard's in the fucking video.
I like that bit too. Like, even he's surprised about Mustard being here. It's unclear where Kendrick or Drake go from here, but again, not a UMG
Super Bowl.
shareholder, I'm just living my best life. Not Like Us did the thing all great pop music can do. Unite. Bring people together from all walks of life to call Drake a pedophile. Beautiful.
Yeah.
A pretty excellent selection of songs in this top 10. I'm genuinely optimistic about pop music these days, and I'm not even gonna crack a joke.
I wonder what
or throw in a
2025 is
dig at,
gonna
like,
be.
Katy Perry or anything to ruin the mood. The warm ocean tide that is the passage of time will wash that away. Don't you worry. But I want to know what you think of this summer's pop music offerings.
I think it's
Are you
good. Oh my
liking
God,
what
I
pop
think
music
it's- oh
is
my
right
God.
now? Are there any songs that you wish got bigger? Do you hate any of them outright?
I wish John Mayer dropped, and I wish John Mayer was the biggest artist in the country right now. And I wish Edge of Desire went number one. I wish In Your Atmosphere went number one. I wish John Mayer had a TikTok resurgence. I wish all of his hits went to the top 10. Just all of his songs occupied the Billboard Hot 100. And that would probably be a perfect pop summer for me. I think that would probably be like the best case scenario. You know what I'm saying? I think it's possible. We could do it, guys. Come on. We could do it. We can do it. Please. All right, guys. Go subscribe to Back to Snare. Follow him on everything. And subscribe to me. And yeah.